So maybe while I'm in the middle of zoning in is the reason why it kicked me out all those other times. I don't know. Maybe that was it. No. So far, no go. Come on. Alright. Hello everyone, Bubble Ninja 720 here, bringing you part 74 of my playthrough for Final Fantasy 14. I gotta go ahead and do some things. I've been really working on my crafting and gathering. Recently I got all my crafters, all my gatherers, well, botany and mining about the 66, 67, and I boosted carpenter up. And I've been really feeding money to other people so I can get materials so I can craft at least this MIDI set. So, but while I was doing that, I ended up getting some Kupo points and getting some stamp cards. If you're interested in Kupo nuts, I'm afraid I cannot assist you. But if you're interested in the Kupo of Fortune, you've come to the right place, Kupo. Will you be trying your luck today, my lord? Kupo voucher required, I have 7. You can only have a max of 10, so we're going to go ahead and use these. Alrighty, so Coffer Kupos. About 45% chance of getting Carbuncle House Slippers. I think we're going to use that. I got the Carbuncle House Slippers. I could have gotten a Coffer of Kupos. Or a Craftsman's Command, which would have been Control. You've won 4th prize. Congratulations, Kupo. Appears you have more vouchers. Do you wish to play again? Yes, I do. Let's go ahead and try our luck. Plush cushion. Race Velgar. I already have that. And ready to shield your buttocks. Boom. Carbuncle chandelier. So we're going to go for this. So I have a high chance getting a chandelier. And I got the chandelier. Ah. So if you get the griffin, you get that. You won 4th prize again. Yes. Dalmo whistle. Ooh. Cracked Stella cluster. Craftsmanship. Extra stuffed carbuncle. Yeah. I got the extra stuffed carbuncle. Damn, I could have gotten... Oh, never mind. It was going to be Cracked Stella cluster. I keep winning 4th prize. Gatherer's grass. I don't need GP though. So that's a no-brainer. Oh, I got crafter's delineations that I don't need. Oh well. I won 2nd prize. Congratulations, Kupo. I have 2 more after this. So Trike, Spring Meadow, Cordial. I don't need... Well, I kind of could use the CPs. Nah, I got the cordials, but they're useful. Oh, I could have gotten 1st place. Dang. 2 left. Nope, there's Trike again. Faith in Her Fury. A Carbuncle Armchair. Nah. Carbuncle Armchair. Good thing I didn't do that. Then we got Magical Prisms. Last one. Another Trike. I need this Craftsmanships, though. Damn it, Cordials. Oh well. Oh, I could have gotten Trike again. Oh well. Whenever you wish to play again, you will find me here. Alright, so I got a tabletop item, and another tabletop item, and a chair. Yay, great. Bunch of junk. Alright, so today we're going to do the event. I'm trying to remember, there was something else that I wanted to do. Well, first off, what we're going to do is I'm going to go... and we're going to do the one fishing quest. So I can unlock a fishing, whatchamacallit, the fishing expeditions, which will also get me versatile lures, which will also give me a very good way of leveling up fishing. Alrighty. Trying to turn the volume down on my phone in case I get some type of like phone call or something that doesn't bother in the background. So what I have to do is I have to go to the fishing person, and I have to get, I think it was the first mission done, and then I can unlock it. And then I can go get that unlocked. I get like 10 of the lures, and then I'm golden. Ooh, I could also try and play the guy in triple triad, but I'd probably get my tail kicked. Back in the water. The calamity really knocked the wind out of the fishing industry's sails, but fisher folk are starting to return to the seas once more. Past time I did the same. But before I can put out to sea again, I need to have a new boat built. Our guild has always commissioned Naldek and Famili for its crafts, but they are beastly busy these days. If you want for something to do, mayhap you could run over to the Armorers Guild and consult with Forge Master Hananza in my stead. I would know how long we might expect to have to wait. That was probably not the fishing. Oh, you can bring them back from anywhere you like, so long as it's not the fishmongers. So apparently I already had a fishing. Somewhere around here. My first skillet, crossbeam. Wow, there it is. My first fishing rod. We'll go knock that one out too while we're at it. Yeah. Suitable doesn't say. Fish guide. Lugworm, preferred bait. Alright, do I have lugworms? I might. I have some, yes. Okay, lugworm. Try and get a few of these anchovies while we're at it. I need to bring 5 anchovies in. Grand. High quality. Yes, I know, this is riveting content, isn't it? Do I have makeshift bait release, Alex favor, release list, powerful precision patience? I don't have the... Dang, I don't have the repeat skill. Well, that's probably not an anchovy. Nope, that's a finger shrimp. Can I use that as food? It is craftable. Okay, good. Come on. I think that might have been an anchovy. Nope. No, it was an anchovy. Cool. I like. Just give me 2 more of those. 2 more anchovies. Come on. One more anchovy. Come on. These versatile lures will be extremely useful due to the fact that you can use them over and over again. They're pretty much used for any type of fish. Anywhere. Oh. And, basically, it allowed me to work in the diadem as a fisher instead of just using, botany and mining. This is one of the most tedious classes to level. It's also one of the most annoying 200%. No, I don't want mom kelp. It is a crafting material, though. I'll have to figure out for what. I'm gonna have to go do that stupid side quest that I actually picked up. Yay! Put the lugworms back in. Anchovies swim off every shore of Limsa so you can bring them back from anywhere you like, so long as it's not the fishmongers. Yeah. You already said that. Here, chovy, here, chovy, fair flock of feisty fish you've got. Giddy got, be careful they don't slip out of sight. Wawalago, to what do we owe the pleasure? The guildmaster's got to get after the guppies, dividing up the daily drudgery, picking out a proper potable, and some such support and service. Who gets after the guildmaster? We have books to balance, you know. Books you should be balancing. I did my best to balance the books, but the bilge keel bent bowed back, bouncing the whole batch off the boat. That's not what... You know, it was just an expression. Well, that's neither here nor there. So long as you keep at the bit, hero, our books will balance themselves. Don't let that go to your head, of course. Any beginner can snag some anchovies, but you'll need to experiment with different lures to explore new waters if you want to catch the big ones. Fundamentals are fine, but the fun is fishing for new finds. Like my uncle always said, fishing's like philandering. You never know what you'll catch. And with those well-spoken words of, I guess, wisdom, we will leave you to your wiles. The next fisher quest will be available from Sissipu upon reaching level 5. I don't need it. Bigger fish to fry, and I believe it's this one. Yes, all the fish in the sea, and you get the versatile lures. Well, if it ain't Hero, you may have just taken up your rod, but anyone can see you got the keen eye of a fisherman, and I reckon you're looking to make that eye keener still. Bigger fish, more exotic locales, aye, that's what we all seek, ain't it? And it just so happens I can tell you how to find them. You see, the Fisherman's Guild has just finished constructing a vast boat equipped for voyages on the high seas. As far as I know, Captain Forzagle is still looking for a band of fishermen adventurous enough to brave the deepest fishing hole of them all. If you think you have the stones for it, I'm sure he'll be glad to take you on. Sweet, First of all, Aft Castle will probably be the closest one. We're gonna go talk to Hananza. And then we're gonna go turn that in, then we're gonna go get the we'll get the fishing expedition unlocked. Then we're gonna head back to Gridania. I'm going to unlock, or I'm gonna go do the holiday event, which is the double holiday, and then we shall go to onwards and inwards to Girabania and start the Stormblood expansion. Ooh. A new boat for the Fisherman's Guild. I'm afraid now isn't the best time. You see, we have recently taken on a commission for a galleon. This task alone has all our hands full. But look, I will see what I can do. The Fisherman's Guild has long been one of our best clients, and I would be loath to disappoint Sispoo. It may yet take a while, but I shall endeavor to have our boat ready in a timely fashion. And we'll do that. Alright, cool. We get some coach. And I'm not going to pick up any other missions. I accidentally picked that one up because I thought it was the one I needed to pick up. I'm kind of saddened that they smashed these two events together and they only offer one reward. The one thing that World of Warcraft and Blizzard has over Final Fantasy XIV, to my knowledge and to my understanding, is the fact that the events had a little bit better rewards. Now, the caveat is you had to grind those rewards out to the event, and sometimes you weren't lucky enough to get said event rewards, but at least they had a wider range. And then, of course, also returning stuff, whereas here you have to buy real money for it. Another daring soul come to join our crew, eh? So let me be the first to welcome you to the endeavor. Now, this ain't your regular fishing boat. We sail it where we please, holding only the course the wind provides to us. Aye, that's the only way we can see the unseen, know the unknown. Captain Furzigal, if I may. The Endeavor is the Guild's only ship of this magnitude, and if we, as you say, sail only where the wind pleases to take us, we may not ever return to this port. The Guild may not look favorably upon such liberal use of its property. My apologies for forgoing on an introduction. I am Driskthoda, sent from the Fisherman's Guild to oversee this venture. Why am I here when the ship already has a captain, you ask? Well, as you may already know, members of our trade, Master Wawalago and Captain Forzigal included, seem to have difficulties managing time. I suppose the concept becomes something of an afterthought when one becomes so focused on water's surface. Regardless, I am here to ensure the ship adheres to its schedule, both by managing its finances and ensuring new crew members board smoothly. The Endeavor shall embark upon any number of predetermined routes, each of which have this port as their final destination. Rest assured, if you fail to join one voyage, this ship shall return before long. The route we travel will be determined by our departure time, and you may speak with me if you wish to know the route before boarding. Pray bear in mind that we must keep to a strict schedule. We cannot take on more crew members after we have begun boarding, and there are no exceptions to this rule, even the captains. Aye, aye, I hear you. When we board the ship is when we get to the exciting part, fishing. Here, take these lures. They're certain to attract something worth displaying on your wall, or at the very least, worth eating. Should be enough to last for one voyage at least. If you're looking for other kinds of bait, you can buy it here on the docks or on the ship. Try to switch it up now and then, because if you only use the same bait, you're only going to keep catching the same fish, and that ain't why we do this, is it? And one last thing, while Driskthoda here may be in charge of the particulars on land, once we're on the ship, it's my word you'll heed. So when I say we're fishing here or we're sailing there, I won't hear no objections. As long as we're clear on that, I believe there'll be bounteous fishing for all. And with that, the Endeavor is yours to board. If you wish to enter the ship, or if you would like a more detailed explanation of what it is we do, you only need to ask. Yay. Boom. Yay, ocean fishing. Potential crew members may register to board the Endeavour in 15-minute intervals occurring every 2 hours, Earth time. However, the Endeavour will depart early if the number of crew members reaches 24. I didn't remember about the early. Yay, I got the lures. Put that there. Swap that out. We'll put that there. Yay. Okie dokie. So now, let's change the Dark Knight. I could use some Dark Knight XP. So now it is off to do the event. So we're going to Miketo's Amphitheater. The Princesses and the Eggs. Oh, welcome, my friend. I take it the Hatching Tide decorations have caught your eye. Oh, hero, is that really you? I'd hoped I might see you again, but I did not dare assume. Nonetheless, it warms my heart that you are eager to revel in Hatching Tide once more. This year it was again a dream that sparked my imagination, a dream of a Gubu, massive and marvelous, standing upon the stage, where else but in Ul'dah, so many moms away. Wreathed in radiant flowers of pink, the darling Gubu held in her hands an egg decorated most lavishly. And there is but one time of year when the sandy brown of that city is accented by peach blossoms in full bloom. Yes, I speak of Little Lady's Day. The message of Mistress Eliapo's dream was clear. Combine the spirit of Hatching Tide and Little Lady's Day to create the most egg-sighting day the jewel of a city has seen. Naturally, we sought out those in charge of the event and brought our proposal before them. 'Tis a pleasure as always, hero. And see, ours is not the only celebration which can boast of your selfless assistance. Mistress Eliapo's proposal was quite unprecedented, and so confident was she in her vision that she had already secured the services of a performer and his Gubu companion before meeting with us. I would like to see a Starlight event as well as the Hallows End. That'd be kind of cool. A Christmas and Halloween mashup. I regret to say not all in Ul'dah share her conviction. Many doubt the safety of such an act, which has brought our plans for Little Lady Day to a standstill. The trepidation is not without cause, mind you. Some 15 years ago, a supposedly tame Gubu ran amok in the city streets, causing untold harm. When the Seneschal informed us of these circumstances, I got to thinking. We could hold a Hatching Tide event here in Gridania with the Gubu as the main attraction. Not only would this lift the spirits of Gridania's people, but it would prove to those in Ul'dah that the Gubu... In fact, the performers have already arrived. Minoto and I were treated to a display of their show, and I must say, never have I seen a Gubu so pretty and sweet. I hope I, still recording. Alright, hopefully my voice didn't just cut out because of the stupidity. Out of all the paths forward we could have taken, this seemed to be the only one which might please all parties. I came to Gridania at once so I could act as a witness for my peers in Ul'dah. Since you're here, might you accompany me to the show? Someone as well vested in the realm's beastkin as you may be singularly qualified to tell us just how docile this Gubu is. I expect quite a few eggs for my troubles. Oh, I'm gonna pick it. This one, though. Well, I'd hate to see Miss Eliapo's dream shattered. As would I. While I'm certain that there is nothing to fear, having a stout arm by my side will be most reassuring. Well then, all is settled. The show of a lifetime awaits at Bent Branch Meadows. You had best not tarry. Agreed. Let us make our way there and speak with Aldemund, the performer in charge. Oh, I can hardly wait. I don't think we get a lot of Gubus in this area. I haven't heard this song in a while. Unfortunately, if you want it for your house... Oh, damn, I didn't mean to hit North Shroud. Unfortunately, if you want this for your house now, I think you have to pay real money for it. Because it was for last year or the year before's event. You got the Orchestra General. What's the closest? Central Shroud and Fragate. We'll just teleport. As much as I hate wasting... That was my fault, though. Alrighty, where are you at? You're down that way. I really need to get all this stuff fixed. First of all, we need to do this. Tells you how often I use this. Wait. Oh, didn't see you there. Can we help you? Greetings. I am the Royal Seneschal, in charge of making Little Ladies' Day most memorable for all ladies of the realm. Mistress Eliapo has informed us that you have quite the show prepared for us. Ah, we've been waiting for you. You'll be hard-pressed to pick your jaw up off the floor after you see what my Petey has in store for you. I've been watching over her ever since the day I found her wandering the wilderness all by her lonesome. We spent ages looking for her family, but now I suppose we're all each other has. Petey? I love the name, to be sure. And those flowers, are they peach blossoms? I dare say she is a very picture of a Little Ladies' Day princess. I'm glad to hear that, and I know Petey is too. She's thought of little else since the moment Miss Eliapo came to us with her peculiar request. There's nothing in this world we love more than hearing an audience cheer, and I think this time we'll earn that and then some. We call this one Egg Surprise. Go on, Petey. Aw, kind of cute. That was astounding. Impressive, ain't it? And all it took was a few glamour prisms. Of course, that wasn't where the genius was required. It took us days and nights of racking our brains to figure out how to capture the spirit of 2 celebrations. In the end, though, I think we did about as good a job as could have been expected. Oh yeah, you did good. Now here comes the rub. Ever since we arrived in Gridania, Petey's been a little on edge. Hate to see her like this, but I think I figured out what's causing it. As you just saw, she's got no problem performing in front of an audience of 2. But when a whole gaggle of revelers show up not too long ago, she just froze up. I see. She must not be used to such large crowds. Luckily, I managed to save the show by climbing atop her head. That set her mind at ease and helped her find her courage. But I ain't as young as I used to be, and my knees are already crying out in protest at the prospect of climbing her again. But you, on the other hand, I reckon you've got plenty of moms left in those adventurers' legs of yours. Might I trouble you to join our merry troop and support Petey during her star turn? All you have to do is climb atop her head and head toward the crowds, show them our act, and tell the spectators to come to me for an egg of their own. Still plenty to go around. Count me in. Trust me, Petey will love having you aboard. Now's our chance to get these eggs into the hands of the eager Gridanians. She's too timid to wander off on her own, so if someone else demands your attention, she'll make her way back to me. Now get out there and give Gridania an egg surprise. Twisty. Cha-cha-cha-cha. Something tells me that this mount is going to have an ability attached to it. What? What did I just see? What did I just see? Ah, this must be that performing Gubu I heard so much about. Good show, good show. I think I'll get an egg of my own to remember this by. If you do the self quests and get them up to a high enough standing, you can get a Gubu mount as well. I believe that one sneezes. That was amazing! The rabbits were so adorable. And that crown of peach blossoms is so pretty. I wonder if they give them out with the eggs. Let's go find out. Oh yeah, I forgot I could fly. Oop. I heard that Hatching Tide festivities would be held here this year, but I've seen nothing out of the ordinary. Mount Petey and perform an egg surprise before spectators spread Hatching Tide cheer throughout Bed Branch Meadows. Oh my stars, what manner of... Oh, you're promoting Hatching Tide. Yes, yes, I knew that, of course. Splendid trick that was, truly. I never knew Gubus to be adept at anything besides eating, but you've expanded my horizons. Mayhap I'll partake in the festivities this year after all. The spirit of Hatching Tide is alive in Gridania. Return to Aldemund and tell him of Petey's courageous performances. I like the name Petey. Good work, hero. Same goes for you, Petey. I could hardly pass around the eggs fast enough. Grar. So that makes me wonder. Is Queena from Final Fantasy IX, is he a Gubu? There are some Gubus that are called Gormons, and they look nightmarish. It looks like Petey's managed to conquer her fears. Let's hope these ovations are enough to conquer the seneschals. Alright. Petey in pink. Although I've been but a bystander in affairs so far, what I've seen has been truly inspiring. Petey is possessed not only of a kind heart, but the soul of an entertainer as well. I would have her be the main attraction of our stage in Ul'dah. On behalf of the Little Ladies' Day Planning Committee, I invite you to our city as honored guests. Well, I'm not one that declines such an eager invitation. Consider it accepted. But first, I'd best tell Miss Aliapo that she'll be needing more eggs. Go on to Ul'dah. We'll find our own way before long. Wonderful! Then I shall depart at once and make the stage ready for your arrival. Ahem. You've helped tremendously already, but there's no denying that Petey has taken a shine to you. Might you watch over her in Ul'dah for a while, just until she becomes accustomed to the crowds? Yeah, sure. Wunderbar! Alright, so I need to go back to Gridania, go take the... we're gonna go to Gold Saucer, and then we'll take a freebie over to Ul'dah. I still need to go and grab some stuff anyways. kind of not a fan of the way that they run with the two-handed sword. And also walking with it seems kind of weird. You think you'd want to rest the blade on your shoulder behind you while you're running, not holding it in front of you like this? But I don't know. I could be wrong. Like, you'd want to have your hand on the sword like where it's at right now, just so as soon as you stop, you could just let the weight of the blade carry it into an arcing cut. But, you know, that's just my, you know, observation. And I am by no means a master swordsman. I only play them. I wonder how far I'm going to be able to get into today's video for Stormblood. I know I can at least get into the starting area and get some, be able to get some of the stuff looted. My main problem with getting my stuff crafted is just the expenses are horrible. I'm getting absolutely crushed with costs. No, that was a bad one. I'm glad I went for second place. I should have went there. I could have gotten a higher. Oh well. Floozies. Oh yeah, I got the card from Gibraltar, which was Estinian. Estinian's a good card. I actually use him on my my main for her deck. I gotta check and see if my Cactpot tickets are good or not. They might not. Oh, damn it. Again, I wasted. I don't like to repeat numbers. 6987. I also don't usually like to repeat the ones in the digits, but I'm just going to settle for the first ones that don't duplicate numbers. And unfortunately, the mansion that I had put in for was a loss as well. I was hoping to win a mansion in Gridania, but unfortunately that came of nothing. We were votes, I think it was 2 through 8 or something like that, and the number was 70. I voted early this time around because the last few times it has been like really early. And of course now it's late. That's 68. Fresh and formal, dressed for success, no more, no more. Blah. Here's the prize. Yay, 10 grand. I really don't feel like hunting for everything just to get the grand prize. 10,000 is good enough for the week. Alright, so that takes care of everything. Let's get out of Dodge. How much do I have? Yay, I broke back over 1 million. Yay. I could buy like a mount or two, but I'm gonna hold off. Duolda! And if y'all are wondering why I'm a level 30 tank wearing level 15 gear, I was a stoop and I tossed the gear that I was using. Or no, actually, I'm using... Yeah, I tossed some of the gear and I'm using the rest of it on my retainer. 'Tis unfortunate. I was trying to clear out bag space. I think we're going... Yeah, let's say we're going over here. So I'm trying to push Dark Knight up this way. I don't feel like working on it right now, though. I've been doing heavily on the crafting aspect. Oh, I see someone dressed up as Goku. Ah, you are arrived. You'll be glad to know that I managed to win over the planning committee with my story of Petey's show. Ulda's gates will be cast wide for her arrival. If she is amenable to the idea, I would have her be the star attraction on this year's stage. But the first order of the day is to spread the word. If we tell the citizens what we saw in Bent Branch Meadows, it is my hope that they will welcome Petey with open arms. And if her show is a success, then we will have managed a celebration which spans from Gridania to Ulda, painting smiles upon the faces of all the realm's little ladies and egg fanatics alike. I shall stay here and drum up what interest that I can. Hero, pray head to the steps of Thal and do the same. Meet me at the stage afterwards, and together we can shower Petey with applause. Let me check and see if she sells anything. She sells just confetti. So it definitely is either, it's literally just the mount. I don't know if I like that too much. We'll go here. It looks like I see a spot. Oh, going this way. I didn't know Goobus were capable of anything more than mindless eating. Are you sure this show isn't just watching a beast chomping on hay? What if it is? You still have a chance to see a Goobu up close. The crowds of Gridania gave her a standing ovation. Well, when you put it that way, besides, it's not as if I have aught else to do. Alright, look for me among the crowd. Alrighty. A Goobu performer, aren't they dangerous? I suppose a friend of mine was raving about the show she saw in Gridania. If it's the very same, I suppose it's worth the look. Some words together are kind of bleh for me. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and reset these. A ring that I can get rid of. That I don't. Ooh, iron some gill. I don't think I need any more star ruby, but we're gonna go ahead and click adventure you, just because I can't think of anything else for you to farm right now. A bottle of mature olive oil. Thank you for the goodie. A Gubu here in Ul'dah. That dredges up terrible memories of the rampage I witnessed as a child. How do you know that won't happen again? Have you seen this Gubu with your own eyes? Gentle as a tame chocobo. Yes, and she brought countless smiles to the people of Gridania. Is that so? Well, I see no reason why you would lie to me. Very well, I shall go. Perhaps in this way I can conquer my fears. The time of PD's performance draws near. Speak with the Royal Seneschal before she takes the stage. So basically, that story of Minfilia's father getting killed in Ul'dah. It was that Gubu, that's what they're talking about, one that rampaged. Supposedly, I think you get to see that in 1.0 back in the day. I think that event might happen. I don't know. Maybe. The sadness of my existence was I never got to play 1.0. I did not even know that this game existed until 2.0. I wanted a 1. I literally would love a 1.0 account if they still had them, due to the fact that your intro is way different if you have the if you have a 1.0 linked account. My thanks, hero. It seems word has spread even further than I had hoped. And while this is cause for celebration, PD appears to be intimidated by their expectant gazes. Aw. Of course, you could just hop on her head and she'd calm down just like that. We can't lean on you forever. Why don't you rally her spirits with some encouraging words, hero? Seems she's warm to you, and I reckon she'd appreciate whatever you have to say. Do I have rally? I do not. Yeah, let's fake punch an animal to lift its spirits. Truth be told, this is her first time performing alone in front of so many people. I can see why her legs won't listen to her heart. Oh, little lady's day needs its princess. Do I say that? Remember how happy you made everyone in Gridania? I will say this. Grrr. That did the trick. You've really got a talent for lifting the spirits of the downtrodden, hero. We earned your debt, truly. It's almost time. Lady Aliapo should have arrived by now. Hero, pray join the bystanders and give Petey your heartiest cheer. No, I was about to say, where was it? And now for the final act. Bedecked in blooming flowers, the Scuba Princess has prepared something unforgettable for all the little ladies out there. This is just how I envisioned it in my dream. And to think I ever believed Gubus were not but wild beasts, so I simply adore her. If Hatching Tide is even half as thrilling as this show, I'd best catch the next airship to Gridania. All's well that ends well. The little ladies get a great show, and Hatching Tide gets more egg seekers. Their smiles are like so many flowers in full bloom. Petey will be the talk of Ul'dah for moons to come. That she will, that she will. I have to thank you, Miss Aliapo, for giving us both the chance to bring a little brightness to so many lives. I reckon Petey had the most fun out of everyone here. Thank you, Petey, for bringing joy to the citizens of Ul'dah, especially its little ladies. That was better than I could have imagined. Hatching Tide and Little Ladies Day both will be remembered as the highlights of the year. Couldn't have done it without your help, Hero. We'll both be looking back on this experience with fondness for the rest of our lives. Speaking of which, I've got to thinking maybe it's time I leave this performance business behind me and let Petey spread her wings. I think she'd be more than happy by your side if you'll have her. As for me, I have it in mind to find a place to settle down and rest these old bones. I'd hate to tie Petey down just when she's found her passion. If you bring her along on your adventures, she'll be able to deliver smiles to corners of the world I've only heard tales of. Are you sure you can manage without her? How could I say no? Truth be told, I only asked you as a formality. I know I've placed her in good hands, Hero. I look forward to hearing of her exploits as I while the days away. I don't mean to be rude, but I am required in Gridania. Nanota must know just how perfectly my dream manifested. Give the lass our regards, eh? I'll stay here in Ul'dah until the festivities end, and who knows, maybe longer. And with that, allow me to thank you personally, Hero. No princess in all the realm could have asked for a more devoted seneschal. And that includes Petey. Seeing you dote upon her so dutifully reminded me of why I volunteered for this position in the first place. Although Petey's show has concluded, Little Lady's Day has not. Pray enjoy all that we have prepared. And don't be a stranger in Gridania either. She's Gubu and she's Grace. Yay, I can summon Petey now. Did I get a title with this? Or is it just an achieve? Come on. Any day. It's just achievement. Okay. Back to Warrior. Uh-oh, do I not know what my next quest is? Oh, I can always look it up. Beyond the Great Wall. Okay, so we're going to Mordona. Oops, didn't need to use that. That's one of my healing skills, Equilibrium. It's a nice little, like, huge boost heal. Of course, it has a bit of a cooldown. About a minute, I believe, is what it was. It's not too shabs, though. Beyond the Great Wall. It gives you a lot of XP.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal? Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
Yes, sir.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
And what of the Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
Exactly.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Yep.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am. You know I'd like nothing more.
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Well, that covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
Yeah. As if you have to ask.
Thanks. It means a lot knowing you'll be there.
I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well. I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming. But we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
It is settled then. Let us each see to our preparations.
I haven't heard that in a while.
Ready, my friend?
Always.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Gyr Abania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamigan Resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good.
'Tis but a pity it must be now. I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. Let all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate, together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
1,000 moms apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success, shall we then? Wait, not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Lise, could you come with me? Me? What now? Alright then, if you insist. Lise gets a gear upgrade now. What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose, an outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lise. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the Zion's receptionist, start referring to you as our preeminent seamstress. It's lovely, Tachfer, thank you. I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it, and with that, I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels. Then onward to Girabanya. Our first stop will be at Emerise's Spire in the Shroud. Time to go east. Hello. Load up. Any day now. Okie dokie. There we go, Hawthorne Hut. I don't want to fight. I just want to get these over with so I can get new areas and get new loots. New materials. Going down to the bottom. Yep. The Alliance holds the wall, Lieutenant Hero. You may cross at your leisure. Oh, that's another thing I needed to do. Crap baskets. I need to check up on my my squadron. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray inform the officer that we wish to proceed into Girabania. Ah, the signs of the 7th dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Yes. Castrum Orions. We're now in Girabania.
I remember crossing the border, standing in Girabania once more. Me and my fellow scions, the warrior of light among us. Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny on the other. Tyranny and the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Oh shit, I just noticed that. You see that mountain? With a hole blasted through it? Alright, first things first, you know what you do when you get to a new area. You hit that aetheryte. Yay. Hey, it's Raubon. Greetings, Scions. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Orions. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials had any attempt to attempt to retake the Castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and their patrols, we've had barely any contact with them. But we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Baelsar's wall weren't enough, Ilberd summoned the Primal right on their doorstep. Garlemald does not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. It was a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilberd's to make. And now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The Scions stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave you to it. Godspeed. Ha, of all the Castra in all the world, you walk into mine. Master Garlon, what brings you here? A certain missing Alagon weapon and Draconic Primal. Omega and Shinryu, I think the shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying their trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which is what it has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell to the earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engaged the stasis systems. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming we should hurry and find it regardless. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on into Girabania, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Nods all around. Let's get this shit done. Lise takes the lead. As you probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Ralger's Reach, an old temple to the east of here across the Veladina River. I learned the route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me and we'll be there before you know it. And for all of you that, are assuming, oops, I meant to do that. We are back to having to do this again. Because I can't fly. Leave me alone. I don't want to deal with y'all. I just want to hit up the stupid thingamajiggers. Yes, I know the quest marker was back there. 68 yalms east. $18 yalms southeast. That's a big bow. Northwest. Is it in the water? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's underneath the bridge. So I need to find 3 more in this area. And then we have the quest for like 5 or 6. Really need to stop doing that. Still with me? Good. From here we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. Only 64, so all of these will still pull. I missed my flight. 518 yalms to the east. Going to Pike Falls. $125 yalms east. I don't see any soldiers. Good, let's cross. You're wondering about the tower to the south. It's part of Castellum Villadina. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, you can see that rotten banner from absolutely miles away. They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Lefty! I can go over here now and get Gagana's skin that I'm not going to need. I'd like to get to the, whatchamacallit, to Tigers, so I can get Tiger skin. Southeast, so we gotta go this way. There it is. I see you. I see you, little Aether Current. Gimme, 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 goo. Yum. Suck on that, Aether Current. $520 south. That's across the way that I can't reach it, I don't think. I don't think there's much of anything that I need in this area, actually, for materials. Maybe the persimmons for persimmon tannin, so I can eventually turn in stuff, but might still be getting ahead of myself. We're here. On the other side of this pass is Ralger's Reach. So you say, but all I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this. Indeed, a glamour. Good eye, Y'shtola. I take it they have a talented mage in their ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms. Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Garleans. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Totterer told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger, who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way, and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. And with a sprinkle of demasking dust, all is laid bare. You could ride right in. Place is absolutely huge.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow. Ralger's Reach, a holy place and a fitting home for the Resistance, for the brave and the true, the loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo. They were waiting for us there, men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost, for what could be ours again.
Oh, Monago. Conrad, oh, Mefred. You'll forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. The promise of a new beginning. Now, I know you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss, and I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Y'all gonna let me explore? Now my question is how much do I get to explore? How much is open here? Ah, they don't have them. Oh, they don't have them over here. Crud. Because of course the story hasn't gotten to that part yet, so they're not here yet. Oh, man. Darn. Well, that's... Am I able to go into this? I can't even go to the adjoining area yet because they have it blocked off. Smart. Alright, so I can't really get anything, but I can get the aetherite. Oh, the main aetherite's actually over here. Oopsies. Materia provisioner. Wait, can you buy materia from him? Pishko, as disciples of the great master Mutamix, we have much knowledge of Stony Shine. Our planners love Stony Shine, yes. We make for you best price. Oh, okay. So you can buy them, but you need special stuffs for it. I don't have those materials. Darn it. Attune. Now the question is actually, let's check. I actually have to attune them individually. This area is big enough to warrant an actual Aethernet. They got purple chocobos here. Not quite black. You now have access to the northeastern Ralgor's Reach. You have attuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in Ralgor's Reach. The Fringe's Gate is now accessible as an Aethernet destination. Yay. Now I'm completely set up for this area. Got all the fringe benefits. Ha ha.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Ralgor's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalymo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back.
Yep, that's what fanaticism will do to you.
When Monargo told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rhalgr it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
Holy shit, I leveled. Yay, I'm 65 now. Oops. It's not as though we have to stand around here indefinitely, do we?
These are weaker.
Ooh! I think I'm going to be picking up the grade 5 materia. A haven for the bold. I'll be using those to boost my stuff. So, it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me, you are free to look around Ralgar's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, hero. Please. Great, let's get started. So this becomes a big, huge hub city for Stormblood. It's one of the two. I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Almegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is that we don't even count for half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way over by the Spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some Beastmen, well, Beast women, I suppose, like that one over there. She's an Ananta. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Garleans to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. Ananta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work, but then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Ralgar, shall we? There is one mission I want to pick up over here, which allows me to get a blindfold, like a bandage for your eyes, that I could use as a glamour. But of course I'm going to keep my glasses. Could use it to make a Kenshi outfit. An impressive statue. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The Breaker of Worlds who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ina used to tell me the story of on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to these mountains of Girabania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to great works without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open heavens weep, for no one's soul doth lie beyond the measures of his reach. That last part was inscribed on this stone by a monk of the Fist of Ralgar. Ida explained it to me. A day will come bringing strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through in the end. Yeah, sorry. That was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. Another place that's important in terms of when you're at war. You gotta have a place to house your sick and wounded. And, you know, you're dead. For all y'all who wish to know, those are Ananta, the Naga. They are another faction that you can befriend. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you to the Aetherite Plaza next. Excuse me. You can see your stolen crowd in the background. Almost no one uses Chocobo Keeps anymore. At least none that I know of. When you've seen one Aetherite, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design dating back decades to when the Fist of Ralgr was still here. It may look a little different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the Sutlers are next. But don't forget to attune to the Aetherite before we go. I already did it. Oh, and like usually in each X pack when you get to the new towns, the Aetherites, the main Aetherites look way different. Arms, armor, potions, you name it. These folks have got it. The Resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Elsa are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? I'll be able to get these in abundance later, but right now that's what I absolutely need. Alright, so what's using determination? Well, that's already +4 right there. So that should give me a +4 to potency already. A bargain struck. Please be crit. Yes! That's exactly what I need. Crit. Ho ho ho. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants. They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but their motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal, and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch your stolen Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me... Oh, never mind, I'm right here.
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you lot. Monago and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
And this is where we get our split quests. Right then, Monago and Mefrid are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as another. Make your choice, hero. Well, I'll do that after I get my 3 crits materials. Your Aether Compass may now be used to locate Aether Currents in new regions. The Aether Compass can be found under Collection and Duty section of the main menu. I already know that. Alright, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull most of the stuff out of the armor, because it's universal. Well, I still have a determination. I should probably put that in. It's got a crit and direct hit, crit, critical hit, and determination. We'll fix this one up. Alrighty. Hello, Sheed. Familiar face forgotten. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet again here, of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Of course I remember you. I'm impressed. Given everything you went on to accomplish, you'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Quarry Mill. Suffice it to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovering. Gundobald was my former commander and an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as I saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, and others went to Ul'dah for work. But, as you can see, I chose to come back to Garabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alagana. So, this guy was part of that group that we saved at Quarry Mill. The one with the sick Alamegans. I think he might have been the sick one, actually. I don't remember if he was either the leader or the sick one. Alagana? If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Ah, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we'd welcome the company. Alrighty. Well, I hope you rest well, and you can always catch me later on afterwards, too. Because I do have this saved onto my channel. But I appreciate it. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Alagana would be a good place. I think that's where I can get some Garabanian element. I definitely need that. A friend of a friend in need. Ooh, is that more crit? Direct hit, that'll also work. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good, me claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. Don't worry about it. And thank you. Now to business. Commander Kemp's entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Aldine commands the forces at Castor Morians. It should be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great, that's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. Alright, let's get out of here. Ooh, I see a card player. We're gonna go play some cards. Well, at least one row. We're gonna go until I win, and then I'll just sweep them up later. So I need to finish this when I get off my recording. I don't want to jump into this part because this part's deep water and they'll dismount me immediately. Arcanibald. Brilliant. I'd been itching to play for a while now. Fallen Ace and Chaos. Take the card. 7. Take the card. I win. No card. Even the best of champions lose sometimes. Let us play again in the near future. I expect you to give me a chance to reclaim my honor. Well, first of all, I need to change that. Gold Saucer card deck. So, Estinian, where are you? There you are, old boy. I'm gonna have you replace that. So, up and right, down and left, down and right. And then we have up and right. I have almost enough cards to get back to my usual deck that I work on. We have an unlock over here. What do we have to unlock over here? Does that have to be... It does. Well, met adventurer, my name's Galliana, and I work at the House of Splendors for my Aunt Rowena. Following her successful expansion in Idleshire and the 3 city-states, she's decided to bring her operations here to Ralgo's Reach. Our presence here serves to aid the recovery effort, creating jobs for refugees and stimulating the economy. With your skills, you'd be of great help to us. And of course, if you have any collectibles, I'd be happy to take them off your hands in exchange for scripts. With locations realm-wide, it has never been easier to do business with the House of Splendors. I need to go over here first, because we need to reset this. Good leveling up. Replica Sky Pirates, bottoms of casting. And a martial shield. All that junk is gonna get sold, more than likely. Ulgar Ironheart. Oh, this is for, yeah. That there is a sightseeing log, unless I'm mistaken. Do you perchance know a woman named Millith? Ha! What are the odds? Millith is my niece, lest you wonder, and she has told me much and more about you in her letters. Ah, but where are my manners? Ulgar Ironheart, at your service. I'm an explorer like most of the clan, and my niece bade me share with you such knowledge I have accumulated. Here, lend me your log. There you go. Give me the goods. Let's see now. Definitely there, and there, and there, and there. Yes, that ought to suffice. My explorations have taken me far and wide, but dearest to my heart are the regions of Alamigo, beauteous in their ruggedness, and the lands of the Far East, glorious in their diversity. There are many wondrous sights to be seen in these places, and I've written down the directions to them. Some will prove more difficult to reach than others, but if you're even half as resourceful as Millith says you are, I'm confident that you will find them all. And with that, I shall leave you to resume your adventures. Go forth, my friend, and take in such breathtaking vistas as even my father, the great Rodard Ironheart, could not see in his lifetime. Sightseeing has been expanded. Stormblood entries have been added to your sightseeing log. You must be level 60 or above to record Stormblood vistas, travel to the location indicated, and fulfill the necessary conditions, and you will complete the entry for that vista, earning experience points in the process. Use your wits in the notes provided by Ulgar to identify these stunning sights and the proper way to appreciate them, and see Alamigo and the Far East as only the greatest explorers have seen them. So that one will take me to Alagana, but first, we're gonna go do these. Got everything you need? Good, then let us be off. Monago and the fringes. Wish you could just port back and be like, hey, we're done. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. So we gotta go down there and get an aetheryte, but I think there's something that's gonna block the path from us being able to go south. Yeah, you won't be able to go to the adjoining area and stuff like that. Unfortunately, the stuff I need is over in the Far East, and I can't go there yet. Hello, are you a regular Gagana, or are you like a lesser Gagana? Okay, so you're regular. Quiet, hear that? That was a Ceruleum engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods, you have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single Magitech armor. Wide search pattern, divided into 2, no 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us, nothing for it then. What are they? Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Hero's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. See, look at that. Fucking knew a plan right off the beat. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't fly. She heard them from far away, and she immediately knew exactly what needed to be done. Divide and conquer. Oh, I'm gonna beat the tar out of you first. Eat my crits. Down for the count. Burn. I wish that dealt damage. Or at least disoriented. It'd be actually pretty cool if it's disoriented and allowed you to, you know, get away. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work killing men and women like that, but don't doubt that they do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. Direct hit. Crit. Determination. Crit. 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 Okay. Signed, sealed, and to be delivered. I don't need skill speed. Right. I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices their missing patrol. So you do this just enough to force you to not be able to port. Just go back and forth. Oops, sorry. I looked away for a second. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get this done. Then we're going to double back. We'll go to Alagana, get that unlocked. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to port back to Gridania, and we're going to go check on my squadron. It should give me a little moment's respite. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces at Castor Morians were under the command of Flame General Rabban Aldine, did you not? By Ralgar, the Bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. Sounds like someone's got the hots for General Aldine. Hopefully, as soon as I get this done, though, I'll be able to port straight back to Ralgar's.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
See, the problem with Illbirds, with his little madness ploy, is his disregard for life cost them more than basically they would than if they would have just done regular resisting.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
The bridge. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellum Valdina, namely the arrival of a shipment rumored to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armor. It is our assessment that this armor is to be field tested here, most likely against the Alliance forces, mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all, more Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit and one or two support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering their development and delaying future deployment. Should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you're going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry their patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with this assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. We, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Of course. I'm gonna get my ass neck deep. That spell speed. Yep. Best served with cold steel. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change. And when it does, you may be sure they'll send their new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from the look, I see it is a foregone conclusion. My thanks. From that look. Per Pippin's plan, we need to turn East End into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool not to use you. Head to this spot on your map right here, A patrol should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, hero. Alright, so we're gonna go to Mefred. So we're gonna go... Well, we can go and deal with that, and then we can go and do it. Ah, get away from me, Leshy. I don't want to deal with you. Bad Leshy. Go away. Dun, 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 dun. Already a good ways in the 65 towards 66. Whee! Can't wait. You sense a hostile presence. Okay. Crits all around, and you get a critical hit, and you get a critical hit. And I'm just gonna laugh and re-heal. All that damage, all that damage erased. I was gonna step out of this, alrighty, you're dead. Hey, Ozalem. It's one of the, whatchamacallits, the, hunt marks. It's a B rank. If they're blue, they're a B rank. A's and S's are, aggroable, so, or aggro on sight, so they're red marks. Like those. Horsey. Well, Pegasus, actually. Actually, I probably shouldn't have slotted those in right away without checking to make sure that I was able to pull them back out. Crud. Oh well. Mefford, open the way. This tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. We're on a mission for Conrad Talagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There are more villages there than out here, but also more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity, who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
We have a glamour in place here too, so you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village to the east is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Alrighty, so... Hello. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and port back since I've already... overstepped my time. We're gonna port back. If only I could get the crafting and gathering ones. Just gotta wait for it to zone in. Load up. There we go. I wonder, do I have any new recruits waiting? I do. Juladaba. Let's see how you look. I might say no. I'm not really a fan of your hairstyle, Juladaba. Sorry. I'm very particular about who I add to my troop. The squadron has The squadron has returned from their deployment. Pray look over the report, Commander. Yes, success. Congratulations, Commander. Thanks to your canny leadership, our squadron has proved itself yet again. The higher-ups will be throwing some meatier assignments our way now. Just you wait and see. Yay, we got promoted to rank 2. Your squadron has attained rank 2. As well as trainee missions, you will now have access to higher difficulty routine missions. You've also received a copy of Contemporary Warfare Defense as a reward for completing the promotion mission. This special item allows you to change the squadron member's class. Check the regiment board and select the option to view squadron roster. Next, choose a squadron member and use the change class subcommand to switch to the desired class. Guy. Greetings, Commander. Squadron performing well, but let's keep pace. How shall we proceed? Mission deployment or training? We've received a missive from the Adder's Nest, if you'll permit me. For ongoing excellence in the Adventurer Squadron Initiative, Lieutenant Hero's Squadron is hereby granted authorization to undertake command missions, effective immediately. New Adventurer Squadron missions available. Yay. Well, an expansion of our sphere of activity. This is proof positive of the company's faith in us, Commander. Conversely, it also means that expectations run higher. Let us set about our task with renewed vigor and continue on our exemplary course. You now have access to command missions. These duties put you at the head of a 4-man unit, yourself and 3 soldiers for a foray into an instanced dungeon. Command missions may be undertaken by speaking with the squadron sergeant. Successful completion may yield unique rewards. If you wish to know more, please refer to the squadron guide. Command missions allow me to run through these. Then I have to be at the head, and I have to pick people. And now I have these missions that, oh my god, they're horrible. I could do 3. I want to get that enlistment manual, so we're going to be doing these. Okay. Cha-ching. Pest eradication. Alrighty, that should be about it for us. So, everyone, thank you for watching. This has been part 74 of my live stream playthrough for Final Fantasy XIV. If you'd like to go ahead and give me a thumbs up by hitting that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're not a subscriber. Keep up with the content. Comment down below. Tell me what you think about the game and my gameplay. Then no spoilers, please. And I'll see you in the next video. Catch you then. Later. Come on.